The internet is a great place to learn, explore, and socialize, but it also comes with a degree of risk, not just to our computers, but also to our families and children. Online dangers are no longer limited to viruses. And while the proliferation of social media sites may bring us closer, they also provide another level of danger. And here to talk to us today about some of the issues surrounding online safety and security is Cisco Vice President Marie Hattar. Thanks so much for being here today.
Pleasure being here.
Now, we surf online, we chat with our friends, we reconnect with our friends online, we shop, and most of us out there probably think we're doing it pretty safely, but it turns out we actually might be more at risk now than ever before. And why is that?
Well, there are a lot more new devices out there as well as a lot more social media. In fact, at a recent holiday party, a stranger came up to a friend of mine and was divulging all kinds of personal details about her, and they had never even met.
That sounds really scary. How does someone get access to all of that information?
Well, in this case, they just shared a common friend on Facebook, and he had just been tracking her updates. But there's all kinds of tools out there that give information about you. So for example, Foursquare gives your location. There's things like FireSheep, which is a plugin for Firefox, which allows people to tap into your social media. So you just have to be really wary and look at the settings in your social media and all of your different applications and make sure that you're on top of the privacy controls there.
So what kind of dangers are we seeing as a result of all of this?
So there's identity theft, there's personal theft, and some of the other more dangerous things are things like cyberbullying, which is where someone barrages you with all kinds of texts, and in fact, it could actually be groups that sexually harass you.
I know recently that we've had two high-profile cases in the news within the past year involving cyberbullying. Is this becoming more and more of a problem?
Absolutely, and the reason for that is because on the internet, cyberbullying is pretty anonymous and can be large scale. In real life, a bully's a bully, people can identify him. In the internet, it's really hard to find out who's actually doing this, so it's difficult for the police, for schools to identify who that is.
And some statistics show as many as, what was it,
1 in 5 actually middle school children are cyberbullied. So as a parent, that scares me.
So obviously the big question is, how do we stop it?
It can't just start with you and me. It really has to be a community effort. And as a result of that, there's been an organization formed that's called Stop, Think, Connect that passes across industries, the governments, the various communities. And the whole idea there is to increase awareness.
And Cisco is a part of this larger national effort, correct?
Yes, they are.
And what is the message behind it?
It's really common sense. So the first one is before you actually get onto the internet, stop and be aware of the dangers that might exist there. The next one is as you log on and you start seeing things, think. If you're seeing a funky banner ad that looks suspicious, chances are it is suspicious. And then the last piece of it, having stopped and thought about it, then you can connect and enjoy a safe internet experience.
What are some other habits that we can employ to keep ourselves safe?
Use really strong passwords, and by strong I mean include capital letters, numbers in them, exclamation marks, so it's not easy to tap into them. Make sure you use a clean machine in terms of your computer. Make sure you don't divulge too much personal information on the internet.
So it's not only important though for us as parents to keep ourselves safe online, but it's also important that our kids are safe. You talk about kids being web wise. What is that exactly?
Kids have to realize that when they're on the computer and it's hooked onto the internet, it's not just them and their computer, it's them, their computer, and the whole world. They also have to realize that anything that they post on there could be seen by their parents, which sometimes scares them, but also they have to realize it's the same as potentially standing up in front of their whole class and broadcasting it to everyone. So if they have that, they're more careful about what they put out there. The other piece of it is also helping them realize and be good cyber citizens. So if they see someone doing cyberbullying, to actually report it or tell someone, tell an adult, tell their parents about it, so that we can all work together to stop this.
So what other resources can we use to help protect us?
So ensure that the router settings are correct when you're connecting onto the internet, and that they're in a safe mode. You can use a product from Cisco called Cisco Anyconnect, which delivers secure mobility. It encrypts the information. It provides a virtual private network. And it works seamlessly on your iPhone, on your iPad, on your computer. So all your interactions are safe.
Marie, thank you so much. So much to think about, so much to be aware of, and you definitely armed us with some insight and some tools to protect ourselves. Thanks so much for being here on the show. And for more information about keeping your kids safe online, log on to stopthinkconnect.org. Cisco Cafe at cisco.com/go/cafe or itgetsbetter.org.